We are down to our last four teams in the playoffs. The championship series starts tonight. I'm excited. I know you guys are as well. So let's get some talking here as we take a little drive here on this Sunday afternoon. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go by the four teams. We're gonna go team by team, talking about what I see, what I think is good, what I think is bad, and I'll give my predictions right at the end. So what I want to talk about is I believe the two underdogs in this series, at least one underdog, which is the Cleveland Guardians. Not gonna lie, did not think they were gonna beat the Tigers. I admit my mistakes. I said in my last podcast, I thought the Tigers were gonna win, but you do have to give the credit where credit is due. Cleveland won. Congratulations. They beat them in five games. Ended up beating them 3-2 in the series and wins. And the one thing I'm seeing from Cleveland is, I said over on another podcast, it was Perks Recap Pod. Go check him out. That Cleveland had four guys. I watched the division series. They might have at least six guys in the lineup that could carry them. Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, both Josh and Bo Naylor, Lane Thompson, and David Fry. David Fry has come up so much in the clutch for them that it's not funny. Like, this kid is a young guy starting off his career, and in game four, he hits the go-ahead home run off the Tigers, makes it 4-3, I believe, which they ended up winning. They have Lane Thompson, who just keeps hitting home runs. He hit one off Skubal in game one, and yesterday's ball game, he hit a home run as well, a grand slam to give them the lead. This Guardians team is going in not afraid. And I think that's what people do. No offense to Yankee fans. Yankee fans, I love you. But anything can happen. Anything can happen in a playoff game. The Tigers were actually one of the favorites to win and beat Cleveland because of how young they are, how they play as a team. Cleveland did the same thing. Trainer BB came on, and he's pitched phenomenal. Matthew Boyd, I know he's pitched 6 innings combined in both of his starts. 4 innings in game two, 2 innings last night. But he pitched really well. And then the bullpen is just lights out. Emil Clase, I believe it was game one or game two, was the shutout game. Game two, sorry. And yes, he did get hit around a little bit, but then he came in games 4 and game 5, and it was the same old Emilio Clase that we know. And that's what I think they have more of an advantage. You have the lead, give Cleveland the lead, they're going to have that good bullpen, and they're going to go to Class A. I don't think they're going to go Class A every single game that they have the lead. I don't think they want to overuse him, but he's going to come in here and he's going to have the his lights out stuff. So Cleveland, like I said, they go back and forth. They did phenomenal. I honestly did not think they were going to win. They come back. They just kept fighting, which you love to see in a playoff game. It makes you excited, especially for both teams. Tigers, like I said, you gotta give credit where credit's due. I think this is just the beginning for Detroit. They're going to come back. They're going. I don't know if they're going to spend money like the reports are saying, but I do believe that they will. They will do something. When next year, and I think they'll be back. But hats off to Detroit. Did a phenomenal job this playoffs. AJ Hinge probably wins Manager of the Year. I mean, you're not gonna come back 10 games out of a wild card spot in the final couple months of the regular season to win to win or to go into the playoffs and beat the Astros and take Cleveland to 5 games. So hats off to Detroit. I would love to see them again. And like I said, I think this is just the beginning of the end for Detroit. The Yankees ended up being the Kansas City Royals, and the Yankees look good. The bullpen is in there. Clay Holmes is actually doing a great job out of the closer role. I don't know if that means like the pressure was on him and he was putting pressure on himself. I don't know. I can't. I'm not him, but he just seems more calm, more relaxed. His stuff is really good. The one thing I have with the Yankees is the last 2 games, no one was hitting, and that scares me. Last game, he had 4 hits. Giancarlo Stanton had 3 of them. How does that work out? Um, just not to be rude, not to be mean, but I'm looking at this Yankees team. Soto, Stanton, and Jazz are really the guys that are hitting. Volpe wasn't doing good defensively at short. He would slide, bobble the ball. I don't know. Like you got 3 guys that are hitting. Judge is not hitting, and Judge has said in an interview before that he's putting pressure on himself because if he doesn't do good and the Yankees got eliminated, it all falls on him. No, it doesn't. Did we blame the Yankees when they lost in 2001 and 2003? Did we blame it on Derek Jeter? No. We know Jeter's the captain. Jeter was the star. But there's other stars there. Like I read something that Judge is batting like 203 in the postseason. Like he's not living up to that hype in the postseason. He does phenomenal in the regular season. I'll give him credit. But when it comes to the postseason, I don't know what's going on with him. His mind's not there. They got to get him going. And it's kind of weird because I don't think anyone's going to tell him what to do. They see him as Aaron Judge. You're the captain of the New York Yankees. You'll figure it out. And I get it. Yeah, but you have to also have someone come up to you and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm watching right now." And like I said, the last three games, it was all those guys. Oswaldo Cabrera, yeah, never played first base, and neither did John Birdie. Rizzo, they said, has actually taught him well, which I want to know. That's a sign that Rizzo will actually re-sign with the New York Yankees. I don't know, but they've done really well, and the pitching is good. I can't say the pitching is not good. Garrett Cole did great in Game 4. Rodon's scheduled to pitch Game 1 with Cole to follow, along with Schmidt and Heel. My problem with Heel is he going to be rusty because he hasn't pitched since the Pittsburgh game? Yeah, sure, you have your simulated games, you have this and that, but you're not pitching a simulated game. You're pitching against your own team. When it comes to the real thing in Cleveland, is he gonna have? Is he gonna be the Luis Hill we all know early in the season, the dominant one, or is he gonna struggle? And that's what kind of scares me, is that he's not. He hasn't pitched in a long time. He wasn't on the roster for the division series. I think maybe they should have added Stroman to the roster and then have Heel come out of the bullpen. But that's just me. I can't talk about the Yankees. I think maybe he would have done good. Like if, Rodon got in trouble tomorrow, well, now Heel could come in like the third inning, give you 4 or 5 innings, and then you go in the bullpen, keep your bullpen healthy. I'm not saying that this is like a bad job. I'm not trying to bash the New York Yankees, but this is stuff that I wanna I want to bring up because we'll get to the Mets, but look at the Mets. See what they're doing. They have so many pitching, but they mess around. Carlos Mendoza messes around with the players, and it works. And I want to know if the Yankees did the same thing, will it work? I know Stroman struggled towards the end of the year, but we don't even know the roster yet. Is Stroman going to come out of the bullpen? Is he going to be the guy? I don't know. And the thing I want to know is, or I want to say, is I believe if Judge does get going, the Yankees might actually have a shot to win this thing. I don't know if Judge is ever going to go. You know Cleveland is going to have some pressure on them because the last time these two teams played, if everybody remembers the Josh Naylor with running around and doing the cradle, and the Yankees won, advanced, and did the same thing. They're not gonna hold anything back. They're going to try to get the Yankees out. There's going to be They're not going to hold anything back. They haven't been in the championship series since 2016, where they ended up going to the World Series, ended up ended up losing to the Cubs after coming so close. Rookie manager Stephen Vogt, he's going to put his name out there. He's going to put his name out there and try and get this team to the promised land. When it's all said and done, I think I want to say maybe Cleveland, just because they have the team, they have the build, they are a little bit more patient at the plate. They don't really chase anything. They wait for their pitches, a la Lane Thompson, wait for his pitch twice and hits a home run off the Cy Young Award winner, well, soon be Cy Young Award winner. I'm going to say Cleveland. I'm going to say Cleveland in 7. I think this is going to go all 7 games. And if I'm wrong, I'll do what I did earlier and say, hey, guys, I was wrong, because I was wrong about Detroit. But, I believe we're going to have a good series here. It's going to be a fun matchup to watch. The New York Mets. Wow. Is this team good? I can't say how much no, I am. I could say I am shocked of how good they beat the Philadelphia Phillies. I didn't think Philadelphia was going to win. Why? Because Philadelphia had that monkey on their back for 2 years. I am honestly shocked of how good this Mets team is. They come back, they fight, they're strong, and everyone's hitting now. And I think in my mind, you have to find a way to keep this team together. Oh, and then add some more. I honestly think that's what the Mets have to do. Uh, the Mets right now are in a great place. They have everything going right for the Mets. Lindor is doing really well. You have Alonso, Acuna, Marte. The pitching, Quintana and Shamanaya are doing well. Edwin Diaz has his ups and downs, but he's back a little bit to the Edwin Diaz that we know and love. And to what I was saying earlier, David Peterson, a starting pitcher, is coming out of the bullpen and is being lights out. That's another advantage that the Mets have. And they're not scared. They weren't scared of the Phillies. They were coming into this whole postseason underdogs. They never played well in Milwaukee. They beat Milwaukee. They, weren't scared of the Phillies, who the Phillies were supposed to win. And they took them out. Now you're facing the big bad Dodgers in the championship series. They're coming in not scared. They don't care. They want to get back to the World Series. They haven't been to the World Series since 2015, where they lost. I believe that was David Wright's last year. He actually played fully. So they're hungry to win. None of these guys have won. Lindor hasn't won. Came close. Alonso hasn't gone to the World Series. This team's not going to hold back, and I think they're going to continue to do what they've always done this whole playoffs. And that's fighting, doing what they need to do to get to the promised land. And I believe they will. The Dodgers, they're scary as well. I'm still iffy with the whole pitching, although Walker Buehler did pitch well, kind of, sort of, but it wasn't as bad. And Yamamoto's been phenomenal. Same thing with Jack Flaherty. Both all three of those guys are doing well. I mean, you have that, but then who's the fourth guy? That's what scares me. You have three. Who's the fourth? You're not going to keep pitching the same three guys. Knock on wood, something happens, you're screwed. Kershaw's not coming back at all. Dustin May's out. Tony Gosling is out, etc., etc. The only thing that's getting them going is the hitting. But I'm watching this. Their hitting and the Mets hitting are like equal. In my mind, they are very, very equal. They are right then and there with each other. I mean, the Dodgers got Mookie Betts going. That's where everything was going. He struggled the last, I want to say, first 3 games. In a 4 and 5, Mookie Betts got really going. The thing that worries me is that now Freddie Freeman has that ankle injury. And you've seen it. In Game 5, you can't tell me he was in pain. He was in pain. Freddie Freeman. He was struggling to get back to first. That's what scares me. Yes, you have Ohtani. Yes, you have Betts and Kiki Hernandez and a group of guys are they're ready to win as well. But like I said, the Mets keep coming back, and Game 4, they don't have a fourth starter. So literally anything can happen in this series. But I honestly think we're back to where we were 2 years ago, a year ago. I don't think the Dodgers have enough. I was wrong. I thought the Padres were gonna beat them. I was way wrong on that. But now I'm actually thinking the Mets are gonna actually win the championship series against the Dodgers. I say Mets. Oh, it's gonna be a bold move, but I say the Mets in 5. And I won't be shocked if we have a Cleveland Mets World Series. I wouldn't be shocked if we had a Cleveland Dodgers or a Dodgers Yankees, Dodgers Mets, or Dodgers Mets Yankees, Dodgers Mets. Um, Anyone's got a shot. There's no dominant team, and that's what makes this baseball year great. There was no one running away. No one had 100 runs. Towards the end of the year, no one was dominant. And that's what's making this postseason fun as well. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are as well. We will come back and we will have World Series predictions in a week or so. Um, Also, if you haven't checked out or subscribed, go on YouTube. We are officially on YouTube right now. Same name. The Baseline YouTube is actually called. And let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions? Who do you think's gonna win? Did I miss anything? Let me know, and I would love to hear from you guys. And then hopefully within the next couple weeks or so, we can have Craig and Al back on our top 10 greatest. We will be doing third baseman. That should be a lot of fun. If you didn't check out the first one, we did shortstops the other day or a couple weeks ago. And yeah, other than that, I'm going to sign off and I will see you all in the next one.